Always
We're
love
live.
to escape.
Hello,
Hello.
everyone. Hello, Kitty. Oh, we always love a good mighty pet on our lives. Welcome to the Mental Health Happy Hour. My name is Camara.
And I'm Josh.
And we are back for our mental health happy hour here on the Mighty, where we are going to be sharing our good news, mental health wins, your mental health wins, good positive vibes, and also, if you need a pick me up and need a consensual virtual hug, we got you. So chime in, let us know where you are tuning in from, if it's your first time, and your mental health win of the week. That can be a big, a small win. It could be you accomplished and finished an amazing project, or it could be you took a nap. Either one is a win. The nap was my win yesterday, so yay! We love to see all wins and love sharing with you. So, and hello, Lisa.
Hello,
Hello, from
Lisa.
Virginia. Yeah, love to see it.
Oh,
Love to see you here. I've seen you on a few other lives. Welcome,
we
welcome,
have
welcome.
another
And
Lisa.
another Lisa. We welcome the Lisa. Lisas are all welcome here as well as anyone else, but we love our Lisas. Thank you
It's
so
the
much for joining, Lisa.
Hi, guys.
Yes, and let us know if you're a Lisa or not, what your mental health win of the week is. Mine will be when my bangs behave. If you are a bang person, how particular. Oh, we love just one
We love
stray.
to see it.
There we go.
Oh, hi,
Oh,
buddy. Hi, buddy.
oh
Say
kitty.
so good to see
Oh.
you all again. Say hello to Buddy. Buddy Whiskers.
Buddy! Oh
I'm
my gosh, Buddy
excited
is so
to the
cute.
movie star now, so no
Oh.
computers don't swim
Oh.
like cats.
You got two cats. I love this. Oh my word. We have a wonderful group today. Oh, hello.
Hello,
Zinat.
Deshaun.
Oh my word. That's a wonderful name. I'm going. Z-
Deshaun?
Is it Zishan? I love
Yeah.
it. Love to see it. Claudia. Hello, Claudia. Welcome, welcome. N- Natural
Natural
Dory.
Dory.
Dory. That's wonderful. We love to see it. Hello.
Listen.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yes.
So we will get into the deeps of it because you know what? If you did just have a heartbreak, oh my word, we're here for you. We've
Here for
been
you.
there. We will be here to consensually support you. That is real. And that is a very heavy thing to go through
Yeah.
in big amount of grief. So thank you for sharing with us and being vulnerable here with us. You are able to be vulnerable with us. You are able to be just
Yeah.
happy-go-lucky and silly with us. That's what we're here to do today.
Mhm.
And please feel free to share and Aneshka, more about how you're doing and maybe what you're doing for yourself, self-care wise. If you're gonna take a nice bath, if you like pedicures or manicures, I don't know that life, but if you do and you're doing that for yourself, please share with us what it is and your mental health wins. So everyone, we're about to share our mental health wins.
Yep.
So let's go into that. Share your mental health wins in the comments and we will get to them. And the consensual hug needs, we are here as long as you accept it. But Josh, would you like to share what your mental health win of the week is?
Yes. So, for those of you who may not know, I've been all over the place this week or last week too. So, last week I was home for maybe 2 hours before we were getting up, getting our get up and go. We were camping, we were seeing friends, all this stuff, and finally being home. My mental health win is to just be home, to relax, to get my house in order. It's been so nice cleaning up. Um, so yeah, definitely. That's my mental health week or my mental health win of the
Is
week.
to have a mental health week of
Mental health week.
rejuvenation.
Amen. What
I
about you,
love that.
Kayla?
Well, I like you have been all over the place in the last few weeks. The last week I went to a film festival in Utah, and oh my word, was that my mental health win of that week. As a person who is I'm an ambivert, but slightly more extroverted, being around creative and fun people and sharing stories and just connecting was the upper that I needed. And yeah, so that's been my mental health win for that's kind of pulled me through for this week as well. Um, but yeah, and now this week just kind of taking it a little bit slower, getting work done, getting back to the grind of it all, and still showing myself some self-care and and things, there are still things to look forward to as well, and rejoicing in the time I had. So
Definitely. Definitely. Thank you for sharing. Love to hear it. And sounds like we're both trying to take a keep it easy this week.
yeah. But yeah, if you're just joining us, those were our mental health wins. Share your mental health wins in the comments. I see we have some comments coming in, and I want to get to them. And they're just some kind of fun conversational comments. We do those as well. But be free to share your mental health wins of the week. Whether it's that you did laundry, I need to do that. Whether it's that you took a nap, I need to do that again. Or it's that you wore a hat today, and that's what you like to do. Then that can be your mental health win. Let us know, and we will be sharing. I want to share a few things here where, I mean, a lot of people are hello. I want to share this from YouTube with Katie. Hi, my name is Katie, and I've been diagnosed with PTSD and depression, which to start my fun ride through mental illness. Oh my goodness. Well, that is a lot to take on, and I'm so glad you're sharing that with us. And which one to start my fun ride? Like, basically, I'm guessing which one you're going to like tackle first.
Mm-hmm.
That is a lot to, but that you're sharing that, and that you seem to like be wanting to go on that ride.
Yeah.
I know it's not a fun ride, but like I'm glad that you're sharing and obviously getting help for it. So
Mm-hmm. Diagnosis is the first step to treatment, and it's going to be a long ride. Hopefully it's a short ride, but it's a long journey. And thank you for letting us be a part of that journey with you.
yeah.
Being able to share your diagnosis in a place where you feel safe and secure, that's awesome. Love to see
Yeah.
it.
I love to see it. And I know that you'll pick the right one that you need to tackle first, kind of getting into it. We're obviously, first off, we are mighty staff. We are not licensed professionals. We do not have a degree in that, but we have a degree in filmmaking, for me, and support of the mind growing up, so we can support and be there for you and cheer you on. From my personal experience, I would say the first thing that would be good to do is to find a therapist, one that maybe specializes in both PTSD and depression, so you can maybe tackle depression first, then PTSD, which is a little bit the bigger one, or maybe you want to dive right into PTSD. Both is valid, but I think finding the right therapist, if you already have one, awesome. But that, I think, finding a good therapist to start that journey is the best way to start the fun mental health journey that we are all on. Thank you, Katie. Thank you so much.
I want to look at this Lisa one next. I'm loving this one with Lisa Mendel.
Yes, is this this one?
Yes, it is. I'm looking forward to my telehealth counseling appointment tomorrow afternoon. I'm kicking anxiety's butt. Yeah, you are.
Yes,
Glad
you
to see
are.
Lisa. Love to
Yes,
see
Lisa.
it.
I
It's so good to just finally be able to say, like, you know what? I got this. I get this diagnosis, beating it up, kicking its butt. Love to see it.
That's what we do. That's how we tackle. I love when we get really empowered about our mental health and our anxiety. I think that's great. And I'm glad that you're looking forward to, like, a really great place to be is when you're looking forward to therapy, when that either shows that it's helping or that you are like you're excited for the process. I think that that is a really healthy place to be and a really awesome place to be. I'm looking forward to that for you too. You're on the trajectory to being an awesome, epic self-care amazingness, you, Lisa. So go you. Thank you for sharing. And Lori, I want to say, as a colored hair person, yes, your hair is blue and pink. We
Love
support
it.
that. Yes, yes. I do
Love
have
to
some
see it.
pink and I do have the blue. I am in full support. I only just added the blue recently and I'm in love with it. So I can imagine that you must love it too, to be screaming. And I love that you have that. I think that's amazing. Thank you for being a fellow colored hair fellow. So yes.
All right.
Lisa, we have another good one from another Lisa.
All right.
This is heavier one, but a good mental health win. My mental health struggle was trying to stay positive about my uncle's death. Now that is a lot to have to go through a loss. Like, that is a big loss and grief to have to go through, and that you are I think that that's a win in my mind, kind of a win that you're sharing that and that you are working towards finding ways to stay positive once in a while. I know that it can be tough when you lose someone close to you like that. And that's very normal, and it's normal to not always be positive.
Yeah.
That's okay too. Like, it's valid to not have to force the positivity. Kind of find it when you need it, and like let it be when it's not. So
Mm-hmm. You know, like when the body wants to be negative about something, sometimes you just gotta feel it, you know?
yeah,
And it's heartbreaking as it is. The mourning process just shows how much that person really meant to you, you know? And it can suck, but like just knowing that, yeah, there's something in my life that can cause this hurt. That's love.
yeah.
And thank you for sharing. And so good that you can find some positivity. That's amazing.
Yeah, and thank you for sharing that. Like, we send you virtual consensual hugs. That's a big, like, that's heavy to go through. But happy that you are sharing about it and working your way to find what works best for you to stay positive during this time. Thank you, Lisa. Hello from Austria. Oh my word, Claudia.
Wow.
We've got a lot of Claudias today. Austria, love it. Where in Austria? Tell us all about Austria. I would love to go to Austria. That's
Food
just
recommendations, like,
yes. Where
you
should
know,
we go? Best place to have a before sunrise moment, like Richard Linklater. That's an American though. Like, we can tell me the best place to have just an awesome Austria moment, or what's your mental health win in Austria? Tell us,
that's
Claudia.
great.
We want to know. Oh my word.
Hmm.
Um, and I see we have a lot of people, which I think is really great, like connecting today. We're Claudia, I think, connecting with the other heartbreak that we had recently shared about. Wow, me too. I've been reading up on how to heal from heartbreak. It is hard because it's like it feels like a death, but the person's still around, and you have to mourn this person that was in your life consistently. And then it doesn't just happen overnight to get over that kind of a connection. Yeah, like, I think that that's great. If you have any book suggestions or anything, I'm trying to think, like, um, I wish I could say, like, the book Attached, maybe, to learn about your attachment style, and see how that can interact. But that's more of not really healing from heartbreak, more of learning about yourself. Uh, yeah, heartbreak
Hey,
sucks.
maybe it's
Yeah,
time to start learning about yourself, you know?
yeah,
So attached would be good. But yeah, heartbreak is hard. It's mourning not only that relationship, but like the future of that relationship, right?
yeah,
And like finding a world where, you gotta grow, So thank you for sharing. And it's so cool to see that like this is an opportunity for y'all to maybe get to know each other, talk, it what's the phrase I'm thinking of? Not that misery, misery company,
misery breeds company.
misery bring
Right.
company, but maybe it's time to like come
Or
together and
misery loves company, I think
misery
is.
loves company,
Yeah,
right? So maybe it's
yeah.
time to like bond over that shared experience. Oh my gosh, you are
The kitty
hunting.
wants to bond over the shared experience of heartbreak.
I've
Ugh.
experienced heartbreak. But yeah, thank you for sharing, and just thank you for finding our safe space as a place to share and also
Yeah.
like make those connections.
Exactly. Like, I think it is like I think it's great that we have the community here. Like, I think anyone who's gone through heartbreak, like, share for Claudia and for um Anashka, or sorry, I'm slightly dyslexic, so sometimes my wording will not translate to names. I'm not going to. Uh, let's see. And Anaka a Akansha. Is it a Akasha? Akasha. Um, if you want to, and also correct me completely if I have butchered your name. I will do it well if I hear it more so than if I've seen it. Um, says the girl with the audio processing disorder. But always fun. But feel free to share for them if you've gone through a heartbreak. Like, this is good to have the community, people knowing like that there's other people who've gone through it, come out the other side, and just ways that you've like tackled heartbreak. I actually would love to know in the comments if anyone has the best tips to deal with heartbreak, or what got them through during their heartbreak. Let's share as a community. You can share your mental health wins. We're still doing that, and we will still highlight that, but we will also highlight
I like
heartbreak tips. Give us the heartbreak tips. We want them. We all want to know
Mhm.
how to deal with heartbreak. Um, This
Yeah.
is something that is very universal, even whether it's for relationships, friendships, family ships.
Yeah.
All of the ships have some form of heartbreak sometimes.
All
So
shit
let's
heartbreak.
yes, let's figure the tips out. This is the shared community for this.
It's-
All right. Beth is a regular of ours.
Hi,
Hello,
Beth.
Beth.
Good
Hello.
to see you
Greetings from the
again.
shores of the Great Lake Erie. Ah, how is the Great Lake? How are you? Share in the comments how you're doing and what your mental health win is. We're happy to see you.
Oh, Virginia Duvall.
Virginia! Always a pleasure. Oh, another one of our regulars.
Whoa, look at you.
I've secured a seat at the Regional Remote Mental Health Roundtable in Australia on December 1st. That's amazing.
Dang.
Oh my gosh.
I
Go
need to hear more about
you.
this, Virginia. Oh,
Yeah.
are you going to be speaking? What kind of
Mhm.
panel? Is it live streamed? Give us the
Oh my
link.
gosh.
I need
Are
to
you
know.
just going? Are you speaking? Are you going? Like, either way, this is so exciting. Like, I tell us more and tell us how this came about. That's amazing. That is a great mental health win, also, by the way. That's a great
Great.
example of an amazing mental health win. Love to see it. Oh, here's a great mental health win.
Okay, I
This
think
is the
I've seen it.
mental
This is
win. This
this
is
is
how
the
you
one.
fix things. If you have a pet, I do not, but if you have friends who have pets, or if you have a pet and you want to do this, this is a great thing. Lisa bought their dog some outfits.
I
I
do some.
approve. I highly
I need to
approve.
see these outfits. Oh my God,
Oh,
Lisa.
what kind of outfits are your dogs dressing as? Is this Halloween costume? Is this just cute, like is this attire for the night or the day? Like, tell us. I want to know all about the dog
I,
attire, cat attire. If you've put your animal in attire, I want to see it. I want to know. I love that. I think that that's the best creative way to, yeah, pamper our pets and pamper ourselves.
the best way to pamper yourself is to pamper your pet. This is
Yes.
absolutely true.
Yes.
Scientifically,
Science shows. Science
science
shows.
shows
Science
a
shows.
pampered pet is a pampered pet parent.
Oh, fantastic. And Katie, Sharon, I've been mile. Oh, wow. Katie, you are a warrior. Like, you've also been through ML I don't know
ML.
what MLD what kind of cancer that is, but and MGH as well. Wow. That is a lot. Go you though. I love your attitude about like depression and PTSD. Like, now is nothing compared to this. Like, go
Yeah,
you, because you are like obviously a conqueror, a
I,
survivor, but you don't even have to be that. You are just human, and like that you've gone through those things. Like, yeah, that sucks and that's a lot. Like, but you have a great mentality about it.
mhm.
And I think that that's really great. And I think you said that is going to be, I think when we were saying about therapy, that's going to be the beginning of your journey. I think that's incredible. I love that. If you want to come back, we do this once a month, and you
Mhm.
want to share how your therapy journey is going, I would love to hear about it. It's
Love
can
to.
be fun and also like annoying to find the right therapist, or maybe you already have. Would love to hear about how that journey is going.
I need to
So
hear from you again next month. All right, keep up.
yes. Oh my word. What's the next one you want to take, Josh?
Wow, let's see. We got a lot of positivity we just went through, so let's look at Eric Crow.
Oh yeah. So Eric, I see that you said you had a bad visit with my ACT team yesterday. I think that's a healthcare team or maybe it's your work team. I'm not sure which one, but any kind of team that's working with you, whether it's in a work environment, a friend environment, or a mental health or health environment, which both the same kind of health environment,
Um,
having a bad visit and having like feeling like that support is not reaching what you need, that can be really rough. That's sucky.
incredibly rough. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that stinks. I believe it's a mental health team.
Uh-huh.
And so it I know from my own experience going to therapy, trying to find the right therapist, that's just an individual, like one-on-one relationship. So feeling like your team didn't really help you out, that stinks. hopefully it's not like a repeated thing, or it might be time to find a new team. But
Yeah, and hopefully you can communicate with that team. Like maybe
exactly.
let them know like this is some things I've kind of felt and this is what like I would really like kind of asking for what you need. Maybe it is that you need a new team or maybe it's just communicating what
Yeah.
you need or what you felt like needed better, like what could be done better in the future to this team because that's what people are there, especially if this is a team that is your healthcare team that is their job. Like their job is to help you and to help support you in the best way that's going to be suited for you. Everyone is going to be different. And if you're having a bad visit, you need to let them know. You can let them know nicely, but like just let them know and why. And if they're not going to be receptive to that, then yeah, find a new team.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Eric. It's not always, our journey is like a bumpy road sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's okay to just be like, not the best, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
let's see.
Cool.
Well,
Oh, Linda asked a good question, I think,
that is a
which
good question.
we cannot
Uh,
fully answer this question since
yes,
we are not licensed, but we can tell you our journeys
I
with
was
this. Yes.
exactly. So
So,
Linda
yes.
says, how is a person actually diagnosed with a mental illness? Is there some kind of test that can be taken to rule out and narrow down a diagnosis? I again, not healthcare professional, not therapist, nothing like that. I can only tell you my journey to getting my major depressive disorder diagnosis, right? Which is basically, I was a young lad, got brought into this fun little room with a therapist who just talked about, how I've been feeling, how am I, how do I respond to certain stimuli, how I do this. And really, it is a repeated process of talking to a therapist or a psychiatrist and trying to figure out, uh, don't worry too much about a label, but worry more about like finding out what those symptoms are and how they're affecting you, right? It can be so easy to get caught up in labels and finding the right diagnosis and this and that. I think the thing you need that I found that worked for me was focusing more on my symptoms, right? More on that, like, I wake up, I don't want to get out of bed, right? I physically can't move my body out of bed and find
Yeah.
will to, find that get up and go. Or I haven't eaten in 3 days and I haven't even thought about food. Why is that? That kind of thing. It's finding those symptoms and narrowing it down there. So that was my experience. What about you, Cameron?
Yeah, I think that's a great explanation. I think from what I've heard, I mean, you can have a therapist talk to you and then have a suggestion to be able to refer you to a psychiatrist. I believe it's mainly psychiatrists and sometimes certain primary care doctors who have psychiatry in their field that can diagnose you. They can also give you medication. They're more suited in knowing that. Sometimes they have written tests. Sometimes they have like the repeated come back to me a few times and let's talk about your diet, like your symptoms and it varies for diagnosis. As great as self-diagnosis can be, it can also the endless googling can sometimes provide more just fear and
And
just
fear.
scrolling doom of like, oh no, I think I have this or I have this. And even if you do, it's just always best to talk to a professional. It's
Exactly.
good to go in with some things that symptoms and maybe things you might think, but I found also it might be good to not have that expectation like, oh, if you think you have ADHD and you want to go in, it's I would all honestly wish I had done my experience the other way where it's like, here are my symptoms. I'm not going to tell you what I think it is because then you're just going to tell me it's probably that. I
Mm,
want you to tell me from your professional point of view, psychiatrist, could these symptoms mean?
yeah.
I've seen, and you can give a vast amount of things that it could be that it could be, but you don't want to like narrow in on. That would just be from my personal experience. I don't know if that's the right or wrong way, but I think the first course of action is talking to your primary care doctor or finding a psychiatrist,
Mm,
maybe connected to your primary care doctor, maybe not, or talking to your insurance or talking to like there's also ones that are covered by Medicare, covered by out of cost as well.
mm,
You will be able to find someone. It can be a little bit of a process, but it is possible, and you will be able to find the right thing. It can take some time, but yeah. there are multiple tests. It just
Sure.
depends
Well,
what
test
you're looking for. Find a
evaluation.
psychiatrist first. But thank you
Mhm.
for asking that question.
It's a good
We are again
question.
not licensed therapists. We are two advocates from the mighty. And again, if you are just joining us, we are apparently answering your mental health questions from dummies, sweet dummies, kind dummies who know their own personal experience, and also sharing your mental health wins. Let us know in the comments below what your mental health wins are of the week. And also, I'm still going to push my whole because we had some heartbreaks in the comments below
Yes.
before, share with us your tools. If you have gone through a heartbreak recently, or if you have, I mean, most people have in the past. If you have, what has worked and what has helped you? And we will share that and share the load, share in the healing
Mhm.
process.
I think talking about that advice, I think we got some here down
Heck yeah.
with Caitlin and Michelle. Uh,
Ooh,
we
yes.
can start with
Kate want to start with Caitlin?
yeah, let's start with Caitlin.
So I see the spend time was it the spend time in nature from Caitlin?
Yeah, spend time with nature. Above that, she says be positive.
Mhm.
But I think those are two great inputs on dealing with heartbreak. Find the find that bright side, find that silver lining, right? And if there really isn't one, kind of try and keep a positive mindset, right? But also spend time with nature. I think it's perfect. A little
Yeah.
alone
A
time.
little away time from humans, you know? Sometimes
Yeah,
humans
getting
are
away
not.
from people.
Yeah.
Gotta agree. I know during my heartbreak, one of the things that I kind of surprised me, I guess, was realizing that not that I enjoyed my free time, but that I got to be my own person again, kind of rediscover myself and like what I enjoyed spending my time doing and
Mm.
those hikes, video games, books, and just finding those things that help me reconnect with myself.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I think in heartbreaks I've experienced in the past, I think they've taught me a lot about myself. And the way that I look at it, it's not always about being positive, but the way that you can be positive is kind of see, like, okay, what is it that I was getting from this relationship or this
Yeah.
friendship or whatever it is, that now I feel is missing, and how can I for now give that to myself? Maybe that is like I need to just go take a walk and be with myself and learn to, like, what are the things that I love about myself that I don't need someone else to remind me about? Like,
Yeah.
for me, like I love that I love to wear hats. I love that I love that I love to dance, and I don't need someone else to give me that gratification,
Mhm.
even like that. But also, it is reminding yourself of the people that are in your life, that
Yeah.
are standing there with you. I think that having the people to like just talk and cry it out and eat ice cream with is such
Yeah.
a great thing. Like, if you have a parent, a cousin, a friend, anyone who has been through that and can just share in that wallow a little bit, and also maybe distract you and remind you of the wonderful things that just that person didn't take away from you. They more gave you an opportunity to grow and to know the capacity you have to love and to feel. Like, it
Yeah.
sucks, but it's also kind of cool that that's the capacity that we have, and we have even more than we realize. Michelle, this is something that's been very helpful for me in my past heartbreaks. Writing has been healing for me with all of my heartbreaks. Michelle, yes, write down your emotions, write down your thoughts, write a letter to the person that you never send, write a letter to yourself, write a novel, write a poem, write a
Mhm.
sentence. Doesn't have to be great. It's just so good to get out what's stuck in your mind and might be just like,
It's a feedback loop and it's stuck in here,
mhm,
it just keeps coming and coming. So being able to write it down, really articulate it, and being able to there's something about like just putting all the cycles and all the thoughts in here and let it flow into your fingertips and onto your keyboard or onto a writer's pad and just
yeah.
getting to see it and be like, okay, I got it out.
Yeah, I think that
Important.
that's so vital, and it can be like you journaling your full feelings, and maybe that's something you don't want to do or you don't feel capable, excuse me, of. Like, a good thing to do is just write that excuse me, you don't know where to start. Well, how about just write like, I don't know where to start. I don't know. You can keep writing that until your brain changes this. This isn't something you're going to submit to anyone. This isn't something you need to make into some magical gesture. This
Mm,
is something for you that you might never even look at again. So
yeah,
know to like just write out. It can be just one word being like hurt, 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 hurt until it changes to heal to whatever. But just that you are like getting whatever mind junk is in your mind that might be clouding you is so good.
yeah.
Michelle, yeah, writing, and Michelle's a fantastic writer and teacher, and we love Michelle. We love seeing her here. Michelle, thank you. You love my hat. Oh, thank you. I'm
I need to
glad.
start bringing
And
hats. I want
this is fun.
compliments.
Hats
That,
are fun. Yeah,
uh,
highly recommend. Hats are a great time.
but oh, Beth, oh, can we? This is a great mental
Yes.
health win.
Yes.
Ordered real food supplies to make myself Thanksgiving dinner. I haven't done that in at least 12 years. Even ordered real potatoes to mash. Heart, amazing. Love to see it.
Oh, we love a
It's so
great Thanksgiving
perfect.
dinner. Oh, and real food supply to make for yourself. And you haven't done that in like, this is a monumental
This is a
occasion.
big thing. Being able to
Bet.
celebrate, Thanksgiving in any capacity and just treating yourself to a home cooked meal. That's that's so perfect, right?
It
I just
really is.
You know, I
Oh,
moved out and like I crave home cooked food. And so being able to do that for myself is something that's been so healing for me, right? And I'm so glad that you're gonna be able to do that for yourself too. And mashing your own potatoes, I'm not even doing that. Like,
oh, I love that. I love that you're doing that, Beth. I love that you ordered all that for yourself and that you're going to be able to have that dinner and that it seems like it's a special time that you've done that and you're taking the time to do that. So that's amazing. Oh my word. I want to go back up to make sure I didn't miss any little mental
oh,
health wins. Um, love from India, by the way. Thank you for joining us across the like all countries and all of that. This is incredible. Um, Lori was saying a mental health win that they had is I stayed home all day today at a leisurely pace. I got some things done that I've been putting off, and I feel so much better. Oh my gosh! Can
perfect.
we just like give a high five to days that we don't have to be overly productive, but we can just get certain things done and take it slow, and that is such a good thing. We don't have to speed through everything. It's always rush, 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 like my voice. but
No. And
but
it, it's
you can do
it's amazing, right? Because sometimes it feels like those days where you get like 3, 4 tasks done at your own pace somehow feel so much more fulfilling than those days where like go, go, go. Okay, I just finished this. I gotta do this. Oh man, I'm doing
it.
this. I need to drop it and do that. Like that is so fulfilling to be like, I have this day for myself. I'm going to do the things that I need to get done, right? And it can be laundry, going to the bank, that kind of stuff. And still, it just feels like I'm so at peace. And I'm so glad you got that. I'm so glad, Laura.
That's fantastic. And I love that you feel so much better. It's like just getting some things done at a slow pace and showing yourself you don't that you can. And it's this nice leisurely day. Leisurely days are great. I love a leisurely day. Oh my word. Do we love a leisurely day? Ah. Oh, let's take Cassandra's next. I wanna see
Sandra.
this.
Mental health win is that I got up today, even though I really, really don't want to.
You know how hard it is to get up out of bed? Do you know how hard that can be? And you know how hard that feels sometimes, especially if you've had a hard day before, or if you know that there's a hard day ahead, or even if it's just a boring regular day or an
Yeah,
exciting day, either one. It's just
it's it's
getting
it's
started is the hardest thing.
it really is. It's like the Tuesday of the soul, you
Oh,
know?
the Tuesdays are great. Don't harm my
I
Tuesdays.
don't know. To me, Tuesdays rank low out of the week.
Really,
Yeah,
Tuesday's like my favorite day of one of my favorite days of the week.
really.
Yeah, it's like it's not Monday. It's not how it's like you kind of like it's like the what Monday should be is Tuesday in my mind. I'm
Monday
like
should be Tuesday.
Monday is like this throw it, and then Tuesday you're like okay, fine. I guess we're
Okay,
doing
really?
Tuesday.
Yeah, I get that. That's how it is for me, but it's just a negative reaction. But
Oh,
it is
valid.
it is so important, right? To just acknowledge that I don't want to be up today. I don't want to be doing this today, but just to find the drive to push through and to get the things done that you need to get done and just know that hey, your bed's going to be there when the day is over
Yeah.
and you get to celebrate the fact that, hey, I got the thing that I needed done. Now I can relax, right? I can go back to just, I don't want to say vegetating. I call it vegetating when I'm like, I'm done. I'm just, head back.
But vegetables are good for us. Like, it is good to veg a little bit. It is good to
Mhm.
rest and to recharge and all
Amen.
of that.
So it's, thank you for sharing. It's a hard pull, I know from my own personal experience, but congratulations on doing it.
Love that. Love that. It's a big win. It is. It's the start. It's the catalyst. Getting yourself up is the catalyst. So, ah, oh, Claudia.
Yeah.
Oh, Claudia, we have a journey. We love a journey. All right,
Um,
Claudia. I got, after many years, diagnosed with major depression. Ooh, gosh, what?
okay. Right.
I am on meds now and finally have a psychotherapy appointment at the 26th of November. Amazing. It took
Okay.
me so long, as I was ashamed to take a step to see a doc, as I know my environment would react most negative. And I'm guessing like the people around you maybe too. Well, if you ever come to over to Austria, you are
Okay.
welcome. Visit me in
Greg,
Brie Brigetz?
again.
Brigetz? I will pronounce that right once I come to Austria.
Look.
That's the capital city of the west part of Austria. Unfortunately, the mental health system is overloaded, and I suppose like everywhere else. And there's more that I can't see, but I'm guessing kind of just going more into the issues of mental health care everywhere that we
Well,
seem to deal with.
yeah.
Ugh.
Welcome to the Major Depressive Club. Love to have you. We got beanbags. And it's so, I understand that shame. It is so, there are doctor's appointments that I've been putting off for weeks now because I'm just like, I don't want to know, right? But it is so, so amazing that you were able to overcome that shame, and now you're on your treatment journey. You're getting ready to start your medication. You're on your medication. That's so important. It's so good, just to see you like growing and coming to terms with your diagnosis. It's, if you have any of your own tips, love to hear them. But it's so good. Congratulations, Claudia.
Ah, lovely. That, congratulations. That's amazing. And thank you for sharing that with us. And that it was hard, like, it obviously is always hard to kind of go about getting a diagnosis and finding, and obviously in Austria it seems like it can be tough to find that care, and to even just take the step yourself, and that you're doing that is incredible. So thank you, Claudia. And let us know how that goes. Keep checking in with us, and we'll keep checking in with you. Ah, I love it. I know that Lisa left, but if Lisa comes back and watches this, or if anyone wants the answers to these questions, I
Yep.
would love to share. Also, I think Lisa liked your shirt. I think it was your shirt when we
Oh,
were back
thank
when we were like,
you.
hats, I want to compliment. You do have a great shirt. A
Yes.
Hawaiian shirt's always a great thing.
Yes. Thank you.
Uh,
I hope you see this. I really appreciate that. Brightened up my day.
yes,
But
yes.
she did have a
She did
question.
have a question, yes, which I think we should answer for everyone. And if
Mhm.
Lisa comes back, or if anyone wants the answer to this question, because do we both? I mean, I can speak for myself. I definitely suffer from anxiety. It's not, I have deal with anxiety. We do not use the word that. We use deal. We use
Yeah.
empower with anxiety.
Easy.
I
We
have
have it.
conversations with it. But yeah, if you want to read the question.
What helps you guys with anxiety that's so bad you can't leave the bed? um, I wish I knew. No, I'm just kidding. Not a therapist, only someone who has anxiety. I think you do too, Camera. Really, by number one thing, breathing exercises, right? Breathing exercises, look them up, learn to love them. I have one distractible app on here that's just popping bubbles, right? Gets yeah, it counts,
It's great.
but breathing exercises that will help you just kind of center yourself, because really an anxiety attack is a physiological response to danger, right? And learning to look at those responses and try and just understand what your body is feeling. Just take one breath at a time. is so good, slows you down a little bit, gets you to think a little bit more objectively, then we can start thinking about why am I so anxious? But until you can get to that point,
Yeah.
just go, 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 go.
Woo!
What about you?
Oh my goodness. I agree. I think that breathing before bed is when I usually have a lot of anxiety. And that is kind of the opposite, I guess, within, I don't know how, usually have too much morning anxiety. The anxiety usually builds. And
Over
well,
time.
yes, it's like at night I'm like, bed. And then it's like,
But
so
what if
here's all the anxious thoughts
what if
before you
it
fall
was
asleep. I'm like,
like,
no.
"Oh, why did I say
But
this tonight? Oh
yeah,
my
oh yeah, I'm like
goodness,
reaching, I'm like,
huge
"Oh
night for
no." I'm like,
tomorrow."
I tagged this one person in a photo and maybe they didn't want to be tagged in a photo.
Oh my god.
Ah, I'm gonna
Yes,
think about this forever now. But
yes.
yeah, no, I feel that with like I deal with a lot of anxiety. I feel like that's my main thing that I work through. And I think the breathing exercises, I do that before bed. I do that whenever I feel like my head is racing too far. I know it feels a little wishy-washy, but like sometimes just taking the second and not breathing the regular way you're breathing, where it's normal, like just taking the and just letting that out. I think
Mm,
breathing exercises are really a great start.
yes.
Journaling out your feelings, talking to your anxiety. I've learned how to talk back to it where it's like I'm anxious about this. It's like, well, okay, but like, do you really think if you were in that situation that that would be kind of having the conversation? Because I view it as my anxiety, like it is, it's a protection mechanism. Your anxiety is trying to protect you and it's on overdrive. So it doesn't see everything you're seeing. So kind of trying to befriend it and being like, yo, I know you're trying to help, but like, here's the deets, here's what I actually need, and here's what's going on. That I partake in the ASMR community. If
Oh,
anyone knows, that's
goodness.
not for everyone. I understand not some people have misophonia and don't like to hear noises and soft whispers, but I do. I find having someone softly whispering or tapping, um, just kinesthetic things is just really relaxing and helps calm my mind and kind of distract me. It's just a distraction mechanism, mechanism. I cannot say
You got it.
mechanism.
Mechanism?
No,
You got
mechanism.
it.
But I think that that's a great way. If there's certain things like that, or even just calling a friend or finding, maybe it is like I'll drink magnesium. Like normally we don't say like what if, check with your doctor if magnesium's good for you or not, because sometimes it's not. But I use like little like I'll drink calm, like it's a drink that's magnesium and that's like calming. So that's not, you have to check with your doctor. It's not, it's usually just a regular vitamin, but in case you have a magnesium issue, don't do that. But I like just kind of calming, like tea, regular tea, no magnesium in tea. Tea, any kind of tea I really love. It's
That's
just
perfect.
warm liquid. It's a really great
Yes.
tea. I love tea. I love a good hot drink. So tea.
And yeah,
Yeah.
no, the anxiety is so difficult because, like you said, it's your body just trying to protect itself.
Yeah.
One of the things that my therapist got me doing was a lot of like cognitive behavioral therapy, challenging your thoughts, talking back,
Yes.
like, hey, is this real? Like, how likely is this to really be as big of an issue as I'm making it? And just being
Mm.
able to slow down and just realize this is just my brain on overdrive, and
Yeah.
there are different ways I can handle the things that I'm thinking about.
Love
Yeah.
that. If you're just joining us, by the way, we are kind of we're going towards wrapping up, but we would love if you have any mental health wins you want to share and you would like us to highlight. Please let us know. We've been going over all your wonderful mental health wins. Thank you, everyone who's been tuning in today. We really appreciate it. We love spending time with you and being able to share in this. But yeah, feel free to leave any more mental health wins, heartbreak trips, heartbreak tips, or whatever you're going through. Even if we don't get to it and we see it after the fact, we'll at least try to heart it and yeah, come to our next ones as well. Oh, Betty, I just want to like say I'm just gonna laugh at this. Apparently, like you think I remind you of your daughter.
Oh.
That's very sweet. I can imagine if it's a daughter of yours, that's very sweet. So thank you very much. I and has the same, or your daughter has the same hair color as me. Oh, that's so cool. Your daughter
That's
sounds pretty
amazing.
cool. So I appreciate
That's
that.
awesome.
That's really cool.
Um, let's see. Oh, Beth has just a big grateful shout out to everyone. Happy Thanksgiving to
Ah,
everyone here. May your day be filled with love, laughter, and the company of those you cherish and who cherish you. Heart. Thank you, Beth.
yes, that's lovely.
You
Oh,
know,
Beth, that is lovely.
and
I love that. I think that that is fantastic to hear. Like everyone kind of needs some support and to just have a day that's filled with love and laughter and whether it's family, friends, or just yourself.
you know,
Like oh, that just or
it's
you got us. We're
you got
sending you.
us.
Got
Happy
us.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate that. Happy just have a day to yourself and enjoy being grateful for the
Yeah.
things you have. So
One of the things that started getting built up when I was in college was Friendsgiving, right? Where you get all
I
your
love Friendsgiving. That's probably what
friends.
I'm gonna do this year.
Yeah, Friendsgiving is perfect. It's valid, and you know what? It as long as people are cooking good food, and as long as you're around people who support you and love you, that's as much of a holiday experience as anything
Mhm.
else. So
Yes.
if we need a Friendsgiving or like a Mighty's giving,
Maybe we
like
need a Mighty's Giving. That's
it,
what it needs. The holiday needs to be changed to Mighty's Giving. Needs to be
Mighty's
changed to a
giving.
different month. We'll figure it out. We'll do it. A Mighty's Giving. That's what we. That's. I feel like that's a pretty good place to kind of go forth from here. I also want to say like I see that this song is like for Shahira. That Unstoppable by Sia is a great song for you. It's a good song, good message. Love that. Yeah, that's a powerful song. I feel like if it's for mental health or for heartbreak, yeah, that's great. It's always good. Find music that's empowering to you is really
Mhm.
great. So,
True,
yeah.
true.
Well, this has been lovely. Also, I want to say happy Veterans Day to anyone who is a veteran or has a family member who has a veteran. I I'm not even like I would say thank you for your service, but also I know that that does not go far enough. There is basically the same thing as saying thank you for your taxes. There's a lot of things that we can be doing here at the Mighty and here in the world to provide better mental health for veterans as well. So sending support that way.
Mhm.
Just want to make sure I said that because I realized I'm like, I want to say that before we hop off. But thank you to everyone who's joined today.
Thank you guys. As always, love to be here. Love to host with y'all. Camera, thanks for letting me on here. And
Oh,
just
love having you here, Josh. It's wonderful to have the Mighty family here. Got our Mighty team. We will be here soon again. Keep updated. We change up dates and such. I know with the holidays coming up, that can change up a little bit, but just keep in touch. Thank you everyone for joining. We'll be back soon and probably in the next month. Thank you for joining the Mental Health Happy Hour. Take some time for yourself and find your mental health wins of the day. We're happy to see it. Stay mighty. Bye.
bye, everyone.